we meet fairy souls. It is Niina, you're watching Fairy Chamber channel, and today's topic is going to be the myth behind the Zodiac sign of Cancer. The constellation of the Cancer, that was already known for the ancient Egyptians, but for them its symbol was not a crab, it was actually a beetle. Anyone who is familiar with Egyptian mythology knows that beetles, they were very sacred animals there. The myth behind this whole constellation of the Cancer in the star sky, that actually came from the 12 labors of Hercules, and one of them was to kill the Hydra. Hydra was a water snake that lived in the marshes of Lerna, and it was a terrible creature who had tons of heads, and when you killed one head or chopped off one head, a new head would grow, or two heads would grow, and there's different versions of how many heads there actually was. According to one legend there was 100 heads, and according to another legend there was 9 heads. Hercules arrived with his nephew Iolaus, who was driving the chariot. Hercules went to the den of the Hydra, which was in the top of a mountain, and first he shot an arrow inside to its cave, and it was a fiery arrow, so that woke up the Hydra, who came out in its all monstrous form. In Greek mythology, most of the stories about Hercules, they are really about his struggles, competition against his stepmother Hera, because Hercules was born from an union between Zeus and a mortal woman called Alcmene, who was already married, and she got pregnant, and this made Hera, the Zeus's wife, so mad that she tried to kill Hercules even before he was born. But Hercules was born, and he was named Hercules, which means glorious gift of Hera. So all the myths about Hercules, they tend to be about his competition against his stepmother, who was always trying to kill him. When Hercules was fighting against Hydra, he coiled himself up into one of Hydra's legs, and now all the animals, they were either against or for Hercules. Like most of the animals, they were on the side of Hercules. They wanted Hercules to win. But then there was one animal that was on the side of Hera, and that was the crab. It was an immense giant crab who with its pincers snapped Hercules' leg, which must have been very painful. But the crab could not hold on to Hercules, and because Hercules had his other leg free, he crashed the shelter of the crab, and the crab died. Goddess Athena appeared to help Hercules. She told him to send Iolaus to the forest and bring a burning tree branch, so each time when Hercules chopped one of the Hydra's head off, they should burn the wound and it would not regrow. And then as a trophy, he dipped all his arrows into Hydra's poison, which was very dangerous. And he used them later on in his journeys. But Hera did not forget the crab who had helped her to fight against her stepson, and that's why she put the constellation of the crab to the sky. It's quite interesting now when we think about Greek myths. We never really see Hera completely evil goddess. I think she is pushed to be evil because of the circumstances, because if you know any Greek myths, Zeus is the worst husband that you can ever have. The story of all the fights between Hercules and Hera, they are not completely evil, and they are not completely good. They are somewhere in between, like us mortals. No one is completely good or completely evil. So it's very interesting psychologically to think of these Greek myths, and well, any myth, because they always have these supplement layers within them. It's very interesting, the whole symbolism behind the Cancer, because the crab in the story is loyal to Hera, and that's why they get promoted after they die. They get to be in the sky as the constellation. When I did research for this video, I went to look all the personal traits of the Cancers, and quite often they came out that Cancers are very loyal, also that Cancers are very maternal, very nurturing or paternal, very nurturing and very caring. I know quite a few Cancers, and I think this is quite true. They can be very sensitive and very understanding, and the sensitiveness that is also connected to the elemental of water, because Cancer is one of the water signs, and water signs tend to be very emotional and be very in touch with their feelings, which also is a very good trait. And I think Cancers, they are pretty good at reading people. What do you think? So that's the story behind the Cancer. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel to hear more stories behind the Zodiac. We'll see you soon. Take care and bye bye.